Hello, my name's Dr. Iain Stewart and I'm the undergraduate admissions tutor at UCL History. In this short video, I'm going to tell you 5 reasons why you should choose to come and study history with us down at UCL. The first reason that you should choose to study with us is that our history department offers unparalleled chronological and geographical range. That's because ancient historians are incorporated within the history department at UCL, and one of the consequences of that is that we're able to offer about 5,000 years worth of history to our students. That means that on a Monday you might be studying ancient Mesopotamia, on a Tuesday you could move on to, say, early modern England, and then by the end of the week you could be talking about the Trump presidency. In addition to studying a very significant period of time, about 5,000 years of history, we also, over the range of different options that we have available, touch on the histories of every continent on the globe. So in terms of the chronological and geographical scope of what's on offer here, it is genuinely unparalleled. Now, the second reason that you should choose to study history with us at UCL is that we offer our undergraduates considerable possibilities for customising their degree. I've just been talking about the geographical and chronological range of the modules that we offer, and we do encourage all of our undergraduates to range as widely as possible in different periods and regions over the 3 years or 4 years that they happen to be with us. But there's no compulsion to do that. So if our students want to construct their degree with a particular focus on a given region or period, then that's perfectly possible and permissible. The second way in which we enable our students to customise their degree is by offering up to 30 credits every year for students to take courses outside of the history department at UCL. So very often students will choose to take a language course or a course from the economics, anthropology, politics, sociology departments, things like that. A third way in which we allow you to customise your degree has to do with the fact that University College London is part of the Federal University of London system. And that means that as part of these 30 credits outside of the department, our students are able to choose courses from other University of London institutions, such as LSE, King's College London, Queen Mary, the School of Oriental and African Studies, and many, many more. So in terms of customisation potential, this is a degree that really is, again, very, very competitive. Third reason why you should choose to study history at UCL is because we offer outstanding teaching, and we do this in 3 main ways. The first is that all of our teaching is research-led. We've got about 40 historians in the department, and they're all world-leading experts in the subjects that they work on. But we don't have any superstar researchers who are simply locked away in an office doing research and never see any students. All of our researchers teach, and we all teach our research. That means that week by week in your seminar classes with us, we will be going through the materials and the arguments that we're currently using to put together the books and the articles that we're working on at any given moment in time. The teaching is research-led in that way, but it's also very, very good in terms of the communication skills of our historians. And you don't just have to take my word for that. If you look at the 2019 National Student Satisfaction Survey, 98% of UCL history graduates said that, quote, staff are good at explaining things. Now, the second way that we offer outstanding teaching is that we do all of this really good research-led teaching in small classes. Seminar class sizes are capped at 15. For special subjects, that cap is 10 students, and for some classes, the class sizes could go down to as low as 4 students in a class. So it's high quality research-led teaching in a small classroom environment. The third reason that our teaching is exceptional is because we offer personalised one-to-one feedback on every single piece of formally assessed written work that you submit to us. Okay? So once you've given in your essay, you will receive fairly extensive written comments from the person who has marked it, but you will also have the opportunity to see that person one-to-one to talk through in detail what went well, what went less well, things you can improve for subsequent pieces of work. And that's really, really helpful in terms of assisting students to kind of develop their writing, researching skills as their degree progresses, to give themselves the best chance of doing really, really well when they get to the end of their time with us. Now, the fourth reason that you should choose to study history at UCL is that we're a genuinely friendly and supportive environment in which to come and study. This is for a number of reasons. First of all, we have a really effective personal tutorial system here at UCL. So all students who come to us on one of our 3-year degree programmes will be assigned a personal tutor in September when they arrive. That personal tutor will be an academic, and you will have the same personal tutor with you throughout the 3 years of your degree. That's really important because it means you're going to get to know this person really, really well. You'll be seeing them for termly scheduled meetings where you'll be able to talk about your academic progress and anything that might be going on in your life in general that's affecting, for better or worse, your academic progress. But you're also able to communicate with these people by email or various drop-in sessions that they run every week. In addition to the personal tutorial system, we have a dedicated departmental tutor for transition and welfare, who's there again to focus on pastoral care needs that any students might have. And finally, I should say that we have a really vibrant, lively student community. And we really work to foster that from the moment that you arrive. One of the ways that we do this is through an away trip in the first week that people come to us. Our first year students are sent off together with some academic staff members to a residential trip away to a place called Cumberland Lodge. We really kind of get to know each other's interests, both academically and socially. After that, students have all sorts of different options in terms of various extracurricular societies that they're able to participate in. Wednesday afternoons are entirely devoted to these kinds of extracurricular activities, and we have in particular within the department a very, very lively undergraduate history society in which most of our students participate regularly. The last thing I should say is that academic staff in our department are highly, highly approachable. Of course, you'll be seeing us every week for scheduled classes and for scheduled tutorial meetings to give back essays and things like that. But all academic staff have every week a 2-hour office hour, which is a slot when students are able to turn up to offices to talk about anything that they like. It could be to get advice on an essay that you're working on. It could be to talk about an issue that's come up in your life that means that you might have to apply for an essay deadline extension, something like that. Or it could just be dropping in to have a chat. But this option is there, it's available to all of our students. So the academics, we don't just see you in the classroom setting and for scheduled meetings, we're available for drop-in slots as well regularly throughout the week. The fifth and final reason why I really think you should consider coming to UCL to study history has to do with where we are in London. We're situated in the historic Bloomsbury district of London. And this is really, really important because in terms of its proximity to very, very significant libraries, archives, galleries and museums. So for instance, we are about 5 minutes walking distance from the British Museum, 10 minutes walking distance from the British Library, 2 minutes walk from the Wellcome Collection, which is the world's most important museum and archive dedicated to the history of science. So I've just given you 3 of the most obvious really big examples, but there's a plethora of smaller archives, libraries, galleries and museums within walking distance of our Bloomsbury campus. And from the first week that you arrive with us, we really encourage our students to make full use of these extraordinary facilities on all of the various modules that we offer. So in terms of where we actually are in London, we're offering a learning environment which is really unparalleled compared to anything that's on offer, not just in the UK, but anywhere among European universities, I would say, as well. So, those are the 5 main reasons why you should choose to come and study history with us down at UCL. I've been Dr. Iain Stewart. Thanks very much for listening to this presentation. I hope it's been useful, stimulating, interesting, and so on. If you have any further questions, of course, do go and have a look at the course descriptions and curriculum guidance on our website. But you can also send us an email at the address which is appearing on the screen over there now. Thanks very much for listening, and I hope to see you with us in September.